Alright, welcome back everybody. This video is on the timeline, and the timeline is the creative container where all the magic happens. The timeline starts with 5 tracks. You see this 5 here, 5 tracks loaded, and if you scroll down on this with your wheel, or you can actually you drag it here, you can see there's 5 tracks, which is quite a lot actually. You can add more if you want, but I don't think you probably won't need them, but you certainly could. And but that's how you control the tracks. Now each of these tracks is where clips will be placed, and let me kind of demonstrate how we're going to do that. If we come up here to our clips, we've got a couple here. We got the Walt Disney World clip, which is pretty big, and then we've got a background clip here. So if I drag this clip down and I put it right here, then when you add something to the timeline, you'll see that it adds this information about that clip on the side. So you see the size of it, the scale, where you can change the scale of it if you wanted to. You can adjust the time, how long the clip is, if you want. You can adjust the volume and even remove the volume of it if you like. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. You can rotate it and things like that. Now, like for instance, if what you do is just select the thing you want to do. Like here's rotate, and if I rotate it, you see I could do that if I wanted to. Now I'm going to undo that with the all important undo button. You will notice that this clip is a 4:3 clip, and what this program has done is it has automatically scaled it to what it calls best fit. And what that means is it has blown it up to where the top and bottom of the frame here are at the top and bottom of the frame size. It matches the top and bottom of the clip. But this box is 1920 by 1080. It's an HD size box, although the clip itself is 720 by 480. So it had to blow it up to get it to look like this. All right, but you'll see that there are black bars on either side. Now we're going to address this in the next video about profiles, but for this works for our purpose because I wanted to discuss with you the use of tracks and what happens with them. To begin with, you'll see that we have some controls here that we will be using. One of them is this down here, this control at the bottom, and this control, when you move it, what you're doing is you are sliding the timeline from the beginning to the end to show the clip. You can expand how much of the clip you see at a time, as I think we mentioned in another video, by pulling this. And if you do this, then basically what you're doing here, the more you pull it to the right, the more of the clip you see. Now see, this is a 2 hour and 10 minute clip here, and if we're going to be working over here in this first little opening, we're not concerned with seeing this. We want to see this over here, and so we'll want to take a closer look at it, and we can do this by shrinking this down like that, and now we are seeing just this section of the clip. Okay, so let me demonstrate another feature here of the timeline and how it's used. The first one would be that if we have the clip here, and this clip has not been edited, so you're going to see shots of ground and everything else. But if we click play, then the clip plays. Okay. If we hit the space bar, it stops. And if we hit the space bar again, it plays again. So these controls right here, this play and stop and start and everything, can be done with the space bar as well. So here's what I want to show you. We have this background image here, and if I put the background image in front, lower on track 1, and we've got our video footage on track 2. I just want to illustrate something for you. Then when we click within this clip, this zone area, because this is a much shorter clip, when we click on this, you will see that track 2 obscures track 1. Now if we move track 2 out of the way, that's what it looks like. That's what the background looks like. If we put track 2 on top of it, then wherever track 2 is, it blocks out track 1. And that is to illustrate for you that the video that you're watching plays from left to right, but it also plays from top to bottom. So the playhead is looking from the top down. So whatever I put on track 3 will block out track 2. Whatever's on track 2 will block out track 1. Now on these tracks you could put music, you can put photos, or you can put video. And so what our goal will be initially here, when we start editing, we're going to kind of start over with a fresh project for you. But when we start editing, we are going to be editing with a fresh project, and we are going to be editing out all of this stuff that you see here, the footage and feet and sidewalks and all that, and keeping the good stuff. Okay, and so that will be our job. And a lot of what you'll find when you're doing your home movies is that you, probably not as much as this, but you have a lot of just times where the camera was left running, or where nothing's happening, or you shot a bunch of stuff you don't care about anymore. Maybe you shot a bunch of ducks or something and you don't care about these ducks anymore, and you can just get rid of that. And as I said in another video earlier, everything that you do is non-destructive to the original clip, and that's really important, because you can take a clip like this Disney World clip, and we can cut it up into multiple videos. We can then take that same clip and use it in another project to do different videos, and continue on and on and on. And we have never destroyed the original clip. Although we cut stuff out of it in our project and we delete those scenes and all of that stuff, we're never actually hurting the original clip, which is really good news for you, because you'll always have that to fall back on if you wanted to redo it. So anyway, that said, let's take a look at some other controls. Now we talked about this control up here. This is the magnification of the timeline tool. And this control here adds another track if you wanted one. But you can also click here. I think we did this on another video too. You can add a track here. You can rename this track, or you can remove a track. And you might find it helpful to rename the track if that helps you keep track of things. Like one might be called music, one might be called video, one might be called photos, or titles, or whatever. So that could be helpful for you. Okay, now the next button is this magnet button. So let me illustrate that. If you let me get out of that. If you want to have this set to enabled, okay, And the reason is it's just going to make things easier for you. Let me slide this clip on track 2 down. Now if I bring this one up, if I bring this clip close to this clip, so the second clip close to the first clip, they kind of snap together. And they do that because the magnet tool is turned on. And what this does is you see how it snapped there? It makes it easy to put 2 clips together without leaving a space in between that's going to flash black or something like that. So that's what that button is for. So it's important that you keep that on. So let me illustrate the next thing. And this next thing that we are going to be doing on the timeline would be to use the scissor tool. And how do you do that? Well, let's take the playhead, and we're going to move the playhead up here. I'm going to start. Here is our first scene, let's say, and you see it's starting to dip there. And as I said in a previous video, if we use our arrow keys on the keyboard, we can go back precisely to where it started to dip. And then if we use our cut tool, we can cut this, and you see it broke it into 2 parts. Now we turn that off, and now we can move. We got a move tool back, and we can move this to wherever we want it. So let's say we want it right there. So now what we have is we had that one little clip. That's it. Okay, and so we are left with this section here of junk, okay, that we're going to want to get rid of. And we can scan through this to find our next good scene. Let's say it's here. Okay, and I'll do this one more time. Alright, so let's say it's here. Now, at this point, we can use the cut tool one more time. Let me do it that way once more so you see. We'll select the cut tool. We'll come over here. We've got our line there, right there, you see. And we're going to cut that, and it'll separate. And then we're going to go back, and we'll take the cut tool off, and we're going to click on this and delete it. Now remember, we've never really hurt the original clip. We're just deleting it off our timeline. So now we can slide this down and let the magnet click it there. Okay, so now we've got 2 clips, and if we played those clips, you'll see that one goes right into the next. Okay, so all the walking and stuff is gone. Now once it dips down and we want to cut it again, then we can certainly do that. Click the clip tool, and I want to show you one other different thing here. We're going to click there, make the 2 clips, and now we're looking for our next good scene. So we come down, or we could let it play and see our next good scene. And this will be the last thing I want to show you here on this video. It's taking a while to find one. Okay, so let's say that it's this scene. Now, all right, so I am going to want to get rid of all of this here. Let me get off my cut tool. I'm going to want to get rid of all of this before where it's parked right here. This will be the next good scene. Now I could cut it at this point and delete it, but there's a faster way to do that, and that is to bring my little move tool here to the beginning of the clip, and you see it turns into double arrow there. Just grab the end and pull it forward till it gets to that red line. Okay, and that's where that new scene starts. So all this stuff has been deleted, and it's just faster to do it that way. Okay, this is not playing as smooth as it would because I'm recording it too. So it's not playing that smooth. But anyway, so that gives you an idea. So it kind of you can see where we've gotten rid of the junk that we were trying to get rid of. And this is how the timeline works. It is a container for you to put your project together with and make your masterpiece. So that's that tool there. And so I think we have one more video, which is going to be on profiles, explain what a profile is so you understand that, because it's important to utilize that on your projects. And then we will begin just going through and starting to put together an editing of the project, a very brief project that includes titles and some transitions, and so you'll have a very good understanding of it. But this is the timeline video, and this is the end of it. I'll see you in the next one.